How are you speaking at Podcast Summit? How are you speaking in front of 1,000 people? How are you speaking at this conference and that conference? People were like, hey, can you show us how you're getting paid to speak? I was like, no, because I'm too busy speaking. I was using my employee mind to make CEO decisions. But to grow an enterprise, your personal desires have to be aligned with growth if Speak Your Way to Cash's mission is fulfilled. The world looks different because there won't be a single expert of color that takes a job where they are discriminated against because they will have the skill set to build their own organization.
Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast with Ashley Kirkwood. That's me. And so today we're going to be talking about 7 shifts that helped us make the Inc. 5000 list. And I thought this would be a great video to just break down how do you get on the list, what is the list, why do you want to be on the list, how do we plan to leverage the list, and then also some things we did in business to help us to make this incredible list. So what is the Inc. 5000 list? So the Inc. 5000 list is the list of the 5,000 fastest growing companies in America by revenue growth. Meaning, let's say one company grew 600%, another company grew 2,000%. The company that grew 2,000% is higher ranked on the list than the company who grew 600%, even if the company who grew 600% may make more in bottom line revenue. So it's a list that tracks growth, okay? So that's number one. The reason why it's prestigious, it was founded by Inc. magazine, which is obviously a very popular, very large business magazine. And the Inc. magazine in the 1980s released the Inc. 500 list, 500 fastest growing companies in America. In 2007, they decided to have an Inc. 5000 list to expand the businesses that they were actually recognizing for fast revenue growth. And this makes sense, right? Because there are obviously more companies being created, and so they needed more than 500 to really give the world a good picture of what companies are growing and what they're doing and how the innovation is happening. So they expanded the list in 2007. So now it's known as the Inc. 5000. And the 500 companies that are in the top 500 are the companies that are in the magazine, the Inc. magazine. So Speak Your Way to Cash ranked 370 on the Inc. 5000 list. So out of 5,000 companies, y'all, we ranked 370. We're in the top like 7 point something percent. Top 10% of the fastest growing companies in America. To get on the list, you have to apply through Inc.com. I mean, I don't know the exact URL whenever you're watching this, but just, look up Inc. 5000, 2025 application, 2026 application, whatever list you want to be on for that year. Just Google it, it'll come up. You apply. After you apply, they ask for verifying information. My accountant will tell you, I was in her inbox for the last 6 months, like, hey, they want something else. And so I got emails after I did my general application, just putting in my revenue numbers. You have to certify that. I think for the year that I was on the list, I was on the 2024 list. It was released in 2024. So I believe the qualifications are, and y'all can look this up, but it was like you had to make 6 figures, like you had to make at least $100,000 in 2020 and then $2 million in 2023 or 2022, one of those years. So you basically have to show a significant amount of growth, and your minimums were $100,000 and $2 million for those years. And of course, there's companies that make more than that. And why do they ask for that? Because obviously they're trying to track growth. So we grew over 1,400% since 2020, which is incredible. I was really excited about it. I didn't even know we grew that much until I made the list and was like wondering why we ranked so highly. And then I was like, whoa, that's why. And so every year you can reapply. Some people reapply every single year and they like doing that. Honestly, y'all, I was just like, I want to get on the Inc. 5000 list, period. So once we made the list, I don't know if I'll keep applying every single year to show that growth, but we might not. I do think though, that if you qualify, you might as well apply. If you hit those minimum markers, whatever they may be for the year that you're qualifying for, it is incredible for a lot of reasons. Number one, there are 5,000 people on your list. So the year that I made it, there's 4,999 other companies that I now can network with because we are all on the Inc. 5000 list together. You get to go to a private conference where you get to meet the other awardees and they do an awards formal banquet and the whole nine. Y'all will see that because y'all know I'm recording it. 3, it elevates your brand as a small business. So now companies know, okay, this isn't just some small company doing whatever. It's third-party validation of the fact that you don't just you don't just do hope, you do business. You know what I mean? And so it really does help. So when you're having conversations with other companies, when you're having conversations, even I told my book agent about it, I told my people I was in deal conversations with, I told them about it. I told my community about it. The Speak Your Way to Cash community rallied behind us because they knew that it was a significant milestone. It was on my vision board since 2018 that we would get on the list. And so it really is a stamp of validation. Now, how are you gonna leverage the list? Now, we did a couple cool things. We sent out an email to our community, of course. I recorded me learning about our ranking on the list. We ran an ad to that video of me learning about our ranking on the list. And then because we were ranked 370, we actually did an entire event for 370 women for me to help them to scale their offers based on our ranking being 370. So it was a great way to galvanize our community, collect leads, run ads. We got a billboard done. We posted about the billboard. And so whenever you get an accomplishment like this, one thing that's really important is to make sure that it doesn't die the same day the list comes out. That the life cycle of your accomplishment, the ability for more people to learn about it, the ability for people to place you in a higher position in their minds, like how they think about your business, it is dependent not just on you getting the press, getting the media coverage, but it's dependent on you being able to keep that press alive. So we went on various podcasts and we talked about it. I updated my intro line as a speaker to include runs one of the fastest growing companies in America, ranked 370 on the Inc. 5000 list. And you know, I put all of that in my bio. I leveraged it in my media kit, added it instantly to my media kit. We leveraged it on our website. You know, we're making sure that people know about it. And we ran ads to it. That was the best thing we did because now we're able to really make sure that we're getting new leads that know we're one of the fastest growing companies in America, the fastest growing sales training companies in America. And then here's the other thing, guys. There were other rankings on there. So it wasn't just that we were on the Inc. 5000 list. My husband sent me this photo. Let me see if I can find it. But there were other rankings I don't even talk about that I should talk about. So they tell you where you rank out of all 5,000 companies. But then they tell you where you rank in your industry. In the industry that I was in was business products and services. I was number 26 out of all the companies on the list that sell business products and services. I was number 14 out of all the companies on the list who reside in Georgia. And I was number 12 in all the companies on the list who are in Atlanta and Sandy Springs. So, you know, we run the 14th fastest growing company in our state, the 370th fastest growing company in the nation, and that is exactly how we plan to keep talking about it. And I think that, you know, whenever you get an award or something, make sure you keep talking about, like, keep talking about it. Add it to your byline, add it to your LinkedIn, add it to your pitches. We did a media campaign. We added it to the pitch. We've done voice notes and we've added it there. When I was on Way Up with Angela Yee, we added it there. It was something I told everyone who's pitching on my behalf, the guy who is helping me with getting on podcasts, like he uses it in his pitches. The publicist that we were working with at the time, she was using it in her pitches. And so it's something that we plan to fully leverage. And once you're in, you get invited to join other clubs with other people who are in the Inc. 5000. So like they have an Inc. Masters program and some other meetups and things that you can attend if you make the list. Now they gonna ask y'all for some money when y'all make this list, because you don't just get an award, you have to pay for an award. You can't just use their logos, you gotta pay for their logos. So everything does have a price tag. I will just warn you, because I think I was kind of taken aback by that. It was like, oh, you wanna join this club for making the list? I was like, yeah. They was like, okay, you gonna pay? Baby, I was like, okay, well, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see these other invoices coming. But it makes sense because they basically built a brand around awarding companies who are generating revenue and who are doing it at a high level and who are on a growth track. And so, yeah, they gonna sell us stuff. That's the thing. Also, right when I made the list, I started getting pitches. Because I remember telling you guys, like, one of the companies, some of the companies you could pitch are the Inc. 5000 companies. Now I'm an Inc. 5000 company. Child, I've been getting pitches left and right. Hey, buy this, buy this, buy that. Kind of overwhelming, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's kind of about the list and why it's cool. Now let's talk about what helped us to actually make the list. Let me pull up my notes so I stay in track. So first of all, y'all, Speak Your Way to Cash started as a company that did one thing: helped speakers land 5- and 6-figure contracts. How did we do that? By offering events that train speakers on how to pitch themselves for college and corporate contracts. Our first event had 10 people in a conference room. That was it. Like, there was no big plan for this company. My first revenue goal for the company was just to make $300,000 because that was the amount of the job that I left. I was working as a partner track trial lawyer at a large law firm, and my goal was to make partner there because partners made $1.2 million a year. on the low end if they were equity partners, and that was it. That was my goal. So when I left my $300,000 job to start my own business, my first revenue goal was just, hey, let me make $300K so I can, replace my salary. That was it. And we originally only did that one event. That one event became a coaching program where we took a cohort of people through what was called the Speak Your Way to Cash Academy. It was a 3 or 6 month program. The 3-month program was $15,000. The 6-month program was $25,000. And the whole goal of that was to help people land their first 5- and 6-figure contracts. They had to be experts. They had to have an offer. They had to want to sell to corporations. That was it. That was all we did. And we developed our framework for doing that. We taught them how we were able to do that. It was a sales training company, but it was very, very niched. And I think because it was niche, we had a lot of success. That first cohort, there's actually people who were in the second cohort that are still clients today. And so we've worked with the same people. They've been able to grow their companies. They started with us and maybe they weren't even making $100,000. So some of the people who are in that first cohort or the second cohort are still clients today. So those were our original offers, 3 or 6 months, mainly because I was still running my law firm and all of our speaking business and consulting contracts and speaking contracts that were corporate came through Mobile General Counsel. So I was running 2 companies at the same time, and Speak Your Way to Cash was a company that I loved. I loved doing sales training. I loved helping other experts to land contracts. I did not plan to have this company. People were just asking me, hey, we see you getting University of Tennessee as a client. Hey, how'd you get AbbVie as a client? Hey, how'd you get Blue Cross Blue Shield as a client? Hey, how'd you get Felician University as a client? How'd you get these companies to bring you in to speak? How are you speaking at Podcast Summit? How are you speaking in front of 1,000 people? How are you speaking at this conference and that conference? And I would always post that I was speaking, and people were like, hey, can you show us how you're getting paid to speak? And I was like, no, because I'm too busy speaking. But I was like, okay, well, I'll do a weekend event. And I was like, babe, what are we gonna call the event? And he was like, call it Speak Your Way to Cash. And I was like, all right, we'll call it Speak Your Way to Cash, and now we own the trademark for that. And we have a variety of iterations of Speak Your Way to Cash, but that was pretty much our story. I was working as a lawyer at a large firm, left, started my own law firm, always have loved to speak, started getting my own speaking and consulting contracts to grow my law firm, had some corporate clients that I work with to do, we did a program called The Currency of Confidence at colleges and corporations across America, all about how to overcome imposter syndrome. That was my main, signature talk. We still deliver that signature talk today, but that was what I was doing through my law firm. It was a law and consulting firm. When you would go to the website, it would even say, like, if you need legal services, click here. If you need consulting or speaking services, click there. And I would do direct outreach and pitching to between 100 and 300 colleges and companies a week to build that business. And I had a system, and it worked for us. We inevitably had a VA kind of take over the pitching process of it, and people were just like, how do I do this? Show me, you know what I mean? And so that was kind of how we started. And I didn't really imagine that it would grow to be what it is today. I really didn't. I'm really, really grateful. I'm really, 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 really grateful. And it is incredible, some of the things that we've been able to accomplish. We've done Speak Your Way to Cash events in Ghana. Like, all around the world, we have had customers from Canada, England, Nigeria, Jamaica, the different parts of the Caribbean. It's been an amazing ride. We've serviced over 7,000 paying clients. That has been incredible. We have over 300,000 people in our community. We've been able to grow our community. So let's get to the how. How did this happen? Number one, I had to change my mindset. I had to go from a mindset of, I'm just looking to replace my salary, to I'm looking to build an enterprise. That mindset shift was really, really helpful. I also had to stop being cheap. Oh my gosh, I was cheap, y'all. Like, I was not, like, I would just sit at a computer and Google everything. I would YouTube everything. I would only hire on Fiverr. I would maybe hire a coach, but like, I wanted a coach that was like $100 for a session. I was just cheap. And I think it was because I was using my employee mind to make CEO decisions for my own company. So I was trying to think like an employee to make entrepreneurial decisions, but the employee mindset is great, and it can help you grow an incredible career as an employee, but it cannot help you grow an incredible, sustainable business, because as an entrepreneur, you take risk. As an employee, you don't. As an employee, every 2 weeks or every month, you're getting your check. As an entrepreneur, you determine how often you get paid. As an employee, there's a boss that's gonna tell you if you do something wrong, that's gonna check your work. As an entrepreneur, you are responsible for the end result and checking everyone else's work. As an employee, it's very acceptable to pass the buck to a team member. As an entrepreneur, if you don't practice radical self-accountability, it will not work out for you, right? And so I was trying to use this employee mindset of let me just save money. I shouldn't have to spend all that money, but I wanted to make all this money. It was just totally out of alignment with where I wanted to go. So number one, I had to change my mindset in a couple of different areas. One, I'm not trying to replace my salary. I am trying to award good salaries. Going from the mindset of what I want for myself to what I want to give to my team was a huge difference, because now I'm not thinking about it's not me centering my desires. It's me really, it's not even that. I think the better way to say it is me centering my desires, but it's me shifting my desires to only be self-centered. So in the beginning, it makes sense that your desire is let me replace my last salary, because you're still trying to provide for yourself. But to grow an enterprise, you got to be thinking about what does your team need, what does the business need, and your personal desires have to be aligned with growth. And if they're not, your business won't grow. I had to start spending a whole lot more money on coaching and consulting. The consultant that's charging $100 could get me to maybe like $100 myself, but the consultant that's like, hey, I want 100 grand to help you, okay, yeah, I want to figure that out, because I want to figure out why you're charging that. I want to figure out what I'm going to get for that. I got to do my due diligence, okay? But I started not hiring based on who was cheapest, but I started hiring based on who was most competent in the area I wanted to grow. And I wasn't looking for shallow confidence. I wasn't looking for lifestyle marketing. I wasn't looking for what car they drive. No. I don't care what car you drive. I care what's in your mind. How do you think about solving business issues? What does your team look like? What do your stress levels look like? Like, how do you handle high-pressured environments? Are you someone that's always chasing easy, or are you willing to go after it? Are you putting yourself out there? What's your work ethic look like? How often do you launch? How many people do you try to help? What is your community looking like? Are you ambitious? Are you going to push me to the next level? And if that person has a price tag, I'm gonna pay that price. Period. Because the goal is to get better. The goal is to move forward. And I had to start investing at the level of time I wanted to buy back. Some people will spend all day looking up something that they could have hired somebody $10 to solve. I recently had a really big email deliverability issue. Y'all, it was stressing your girl out. Oh my gosh. Even though we talking about making the Inc. 5000 list and doing all this great stuff, let me tell y'all, I was stressed. I was like, okay, Lord, like, I know you did not bring me this far to leave me. But why aren't these emails working, baby? I posted in every group I was in. I was like, I need an email deliverability specialist who will get on the phone with me today. Who can I pay? And I asked my coach. I asked in the TSP group. I asked in all these other little groups I was in. I just asked all of them. And I was like, no. Who can I pay? Who can call me? And then someone recommended someone to me, got on the phone with him, talked to him. He was like, it's going to be X amount of dollars, hundreds of dollars per month, and I'll be able to fix this and fix that and fix that. I said, if you can get it fixed in 2 weeks, I will pay you, period. Because I'm not about to be wrecking my brain about this. But that is the CEO mindset of like, this issue is costing me money. It's costing me reach. It's costing me like mental space, right? Who can I pay to fix this? I did my own little Google search, and I have a rule, and it's a rule I got from law. If I can't figure it out in 2 hours, it's time to cut a check. Time to cut a check, baby. Ain't no need in you sitting up there trying to become Inspector Gadget on Google. You ain't figured it out in 2 hours, time to cut a check, okay? And so that is the mindset that I have now. I would rather spend money to buy time than waste time looking to save money. Because in the end, you end up wasting both a lot of time. So I had to change my mindset and really start investing in my business with high caliber experts and consultants, not just people who know how to market well. I hope you all understand this. And our marketing has gotten better over the years. Do not take this the wrong way. Do not come for me in the comments, but I'm gonna say it anyways because I ain't scared of y'all. Matter of fact, this ain't even live. This is pre-recorded, so I ain't scared of y'all. Not all. There are people who know how to market. That's a skill. And then there are people who know how to deliver, separate skill. Someone could be the best marketer of legal services in the world and not know how to do a trademark and not know how to think as a high-level strategic lawyer. Somebody could be a great marketer of business coaching and not know how to coach nobody nowhere and not know how to answer questions when they come in. Some people don't know what they're doing, but they know how to make it look like they know what they're doing, because marketing is the art of attracting customers to you. It is not the same skill set as knowing how to serve them when they show up. So you guys, y'all gotta stop only looking at the marketing and start inspecting the depth of knowledge. Because for me, coaches are not proxies for my thoughts. What do I mean by that? My coach does not give me thoughts. Sometimes they may give me ideas, but you know what I gotta do when they give me an idea? I gotta think about it with my own thoughts, and I have to determine if I'm gonna utilize that. They don't give me vision. I come to them with my vision, and they should be able to help me accelerate the fulfillment of that vision faster. They should be able to give me an idea that I can then put it's thought partnership. Okay? It's thought partnership. But having a great coach doesn't mean that I no longer have to think about what I want to do myself. And I think that a lot of people are unhappy with coaches because they're not hiring a coach, they're trying to hire a boss, somebody to tell them what to do. Now, there may be areas in which the coach will tell you what to do. But a lot of times, if you want to let me talk to my heart-centered entrepreneurs. Not even heart-centered. If you have a vision and you don't want to lose yourself and you don't want to sound like everyone else and you don't want to start looking like everyone else, you don't want to start thinking like everyone else, you have got to develop the skill set of getting high-level information from a variety of sources and then taking all them ideas that they give you and thinking about it with your own clear mind and determining, how does this align with my vision? How does this align with my calling? That way you don't get caught up. And the easiest way to get caught up on your entrepreneurial journey and start absolutely hating your business is by allowing other people's thoughts to become your roadmap when you have not partnered with them in thought partnership to determine, is this really the thing that's going to get my vision into the earth faster? So I say all that to say, yes, coaches are incredible. Ideas are incredible. You need coaches. You need wise counsel. But you also need a clear picture of where you're going, at least clear enough to determine who's giving you ideas you shouldn't follow and who's giving you ideas you should. I want to talk about that more because a lot of coaches don't talk about that. I remember I had a coach who was like, you need to do everything that I say. And I was just like, this probably isn't going to work because you don't know the vision that God has for my life. And honestly, I want my clients to be thought leaders, meaning I don't want to have to give them their thoughts. I want to engage in thought partnership with them, but not thought insemination. I don't need to just, I respect the people that I coach so much that if they say, Ashley, I love that idea, I don't think it quite aligns, what do you think about this tweak? And I'm not mad. You need to listen to me. I'm the smart one. No. I work with thought leaders. Thought leaders know how to take information and then grow it, right? Now, that's a mindset shift too, because sometimes in entrepreneurship, when you are getting a lot of advice, I've hired so many coaches. I've spent over 300 grand on coaching and courses and all the things, but I still had to maintain that vision. I still had to go back to God and pray like, okay, Holy Spirit, show me what I should listen to. Show me who I should be working with. Show me, am I heading in the right direction? Help me to decipher between what I'm hearing and I should take into my heart and what I'm hearing that I should not. Like that is just really important. So that all goes to mindset. Now, I've talked about mindset, number one. Number two is team. I had to start leveraging the global marketplace. This is something that we did in the very beginning of our business that we continue to do. What does that mean? If I were to hire in Atlanta and the average cost of something is like $30 an hour, well, to be competitive, I got to pay $35 an hour. But if I were to hire in Pakistan for the same thing and I could get it for $8 an hour, well, I could be competitive in Pakistan at $15 an hour. And so my dollar goes further in Pakistan for that particular talent base. The reason they call it human capital, you guys, is because human capital is something to be purchased. You're not buying that person, you're buying a segment of their time. You need to know where your budget is going to get you the highest caliber work so that you can expand and grow your company. Saying I don't have a budget to hire, that ain't gonna cut it, because you're gonna burn out too fast if you have to do everything yourself. So it's not, hey, I don't have a budget to hire. It's, hey, where do I have a budget to hire? Where can I pay to operate competitively? Where can I go and get a full team for my budget that I can spend every single month? And then how am I gonna manage productivity to ensure that people are doing good work, doing high caliber work, doing high quality work? And so a couple of places where we've hired, Upwork.com is great. You can actually sort by region. So let's say you determine the average salary in Jamaica is, $10 an hour, or that's a competitive salary in Jamaica. You can go on Upwork, hire for a copywriter in Jamaica, sort by Jamaica. It will show you all the copywriters in Jamaica that you can hire, and they set their rates. So this isn't a situation where people are like, oh, Ashley, you're underpaid. No. They set their rates, okay? And all major companies outsource. When you call your bank, do it sound like they are outsourcing? Or does it sound like they only hire in wherever their headquarters is? Right? Like, let's be clear. Large companies outsource. And there's no reason why you as a small business should feel guilty about making money, so much so that you overpay for human capital. There are so many other benefits over and beyond just the paycheck that make people stay at a job. And truthfully, if you have a really strong mission and you have an ability to help people grow, expand their portfolio, you can train them, they may want to work with you for that, in addition to the salary. But again, we're not talking about underpaying personnel. We're talking about finding where your dollar has the most weight and hiring in those locales, right? So that's team. 3, offers. Having offer tiers that warmed people up. So in the very beginning, we only had the Speak Your Way to Cash Academy. There was no book, we had a free group, free Speak Your Way to Cash group, we had a free Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, and we had a $15,000 to $30,000 Speak Your Way to Cash Academy. That's cool. But that meant that if you didn't have $15,000 or $30,000, you can't work with Speak Your Way to Cash. Like, you could be in the free group. It was free or 5 figures, that's it. So now we have offer tiers. So you may be able to come in and do the Pitch Your Way to Cash membership for $2,000, where we'll teach you how to sell, and you'll be able to learn the outreach strategies to land that first 5-figure contract. You can go to pitchyourwaytocash.com and join the membership. It's open right now. That's an introductory level offer. We have our Black Women Sell Live event. You can get a ticket for as low as $600. And for 3 days, I will teach you live a sales training. You can learn how to sell, right? Now we have our mastermind, of course. We have our Speak Your Way to Cash course. Like, there's offer tiers. But in tier 1, we have products under $300. So you can buy the book. You can take VIP at one of our quarterly trainings that we have. Maybe it's the Pitch Your Way to Cash Challenge or something like that. Then we have offers that are like, $1,500 to $2,000 or $2,500 or $3,500. So that $1,500 to $3,500 tier, that's a whole second tier, right? And then we have our mastermind, which is for clients who are like, nope, I want you to be my personal coach. I want you to coach me, blah, 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 work with me for a year. That's multi-5-figure investment. That's $30,000 to $50,000. So we have tiers, meaning there's something for everyone. And then of course, you guys, because some people are like, dang, I don't know if I could ever sell something $50,000 or $100,000. How would I sell that? We have free content. We have the Speak Your Way to Cash podcast, free content 24/7 on demand. We have the Speak Your Way to Cash Facebook group. It's free. We don't charge for being in that group. If you search videos in that group, you can go back to 2019 and see trainings of me training on sales and mindset and marketing and all of that. So because we have stuff for free, I never feel bad about having stuff for pay. And I'll tell you this, I used to do stuff that was very low cost, and what would happen is no one would take it seriously. We got better results when we started charging. Now our free content, like this YouTube channel, this podcast, it really does help, because then people are able to see, okay, this is what she knows, what she talks about. I like her, I wanna work with her. But you should have tiered offers. And we even have it so that not only do we have tiered offers, but we tell people, hey, do you wanna be a self-starter? Our self-starters are people who've spent less than $300 with our company. They're reading our book, they're listening to our podcast, they're coming to one of our smaller virtual events. Or do you want to be an explorer? Our explorers are in the Pitch Your Way to Cash membership or the course, or they're coming to a live event. Or do you want to be one of our elites? Our elites are in the Speak Your Way to Cash Elite Mastermind or the Speak Your Way to Cash Lux Mastermind, and I serve as their coach, and it's an incredible high-value community. So we have tiered offers. So every time I do a launch or I'm doing something where I'm presenting, I'm talking about our 3 tiers of offers, and I'm talking about who those offers are for. And because we have almost like a framework for how we discuss our offers and names for each tier level of our offers, it's a lot easier for people to be like, oh, okay, let me just be a self-starter. Let me DIY this thing. Let me do it myself. And then when you're like, okay, well, I want to be an explorer. I want it done with me. I want to get your templates for how to pitch. I want to get your sales training on how to sell. Like, then you could go into the membership. And then if you want actual coaching and all of our really public resources, many of our public resources, then you want to join the Speak Your Way to Cash Mastermind. That's an incredible group. So tiered offers really did help. Tiered offers really did help. And each tier level too is like, so tier 1 is DIY. So at this tier, less than $300, they should be getting resources that help them get started. They're looking to start. Tier 2 is like they've already started. They're looking to grow and solidify. Tier 3, they're looking to really scale this thing up and make sure they're building something that's sustainable. They're really ready to build the business at that point. Another thing that I'll say about our offers is they're very specific. They're very specific. So the Pitch Your Way to Cash membership only covers pitching. The mastermind doesn't just cover pitching, which is an aspect of sales. It covers all the other aspects of sales, all the other aspects of marketing, all the other aspects of operations. It's a holistic business program. The event, Black Women Sell Live, it covers sales, okay? The book covers our framework, but doesn't give you all the templates. To put all those templates in the book, that book would have been 500 pages. So the book gets you started. So based on when you're developing your offer tiers, I want you to think about, where are my people at in their journey? First step for us, you got to start pitching contracts. So that's why we have the Pitch Your Way to Cash membership. Second step for us, you want to make sure that you are able to have sophisticated sales conversations. So we have an event for Black Women Sell Live. Like, let's develop your sales plan at this event. And then after you start pitching contracts, you start getting some money and you realize, okay, wait, I need more than sales. I need to learn how to market and operate this business. I want to make sure I'm able to grow this business. Okay, then you come into the mastermind. So your tiers should kind of follow the customer journey and make sure it's priced appropriate for where they're at in that journey, okay? So then another thing that we did to really get on the Inc. 5000 list that helped us to grow was our content. We drastically, from 2021, y'all, we drastically increased our video budget and started releasing more content. This has been a game changer. Most of our people who come into our world now, they follow us from Reels, and we do a long to short strategy. So I'll do this long form video. One of our editors will make this into 12 to 15 clips. That works for us. We're posting 1 to 3 times a day. We drastically increased our video budget. Then advertising. We drastically increased what we've spent on ads. So we're a multi-million-dollar firm. To date, we've spent over $660,000 on paid advertising. So keep that in perspective, right? We may, any given month, we're gonna spend between 10 on the low end and 30 on the high end, $30,000 on paid advertising. Now, that could be Facebook ads, that could be influencer marketing, that could be paying to sponsor an email on someone's list, that could be paying to sponsor an event, that could be paying to sponsor a podcast. We're gonna put money behind our visibility strategy. And if you are not putting money behind your visibility strategy, you are not allowing yourself to grow as fast as you could. So we spent more money on ads. Then we started doing monthly launches. And really, we would do 1 to 2 launches every single month, meaning every single month I'm hosting a client attraction event. This means this is an event where we are offering something for free or low cost. We're showing people we know what we're talking about, and we're selling them into one of our offers. We may be, like we do the Your First Corporate Offer Summit. That's a great summit. It actually teaches you how to build your first corporate offer, and I'll teach you how to build your first corporate offer for free. Now, once you have that offer built, I'm gonna give you, our events are really good. They are not fluffy. They're excellent, excellent, excellent. But after I show you how to build that offer, you're gonna have questions about how to sell that offer. We're gonna teach you a little bit of how to sell the offer, but then you're gonna need more. Those summits are typically 4 hours. You're gonna need more than 4 hours to build a business. So we will then sell you into our membership or whatever we have that can kind of help you to structure, whatever sales training we have to help you to structure your offers, your deals, whatever it is that you need. Like, that's great. And it's no risk for you, because instead of you just paying me and hoping that I'm good, you can watch my content, you can come to an event and actually see for yourself and make a responsible decision, because now you're making an informed decision, okay? So we have monthly launches. So you wanna do something every single month to get clients in the door. And if you can't do it every month, maybe you do it every quarter. That's fine. Do it every quarter. But if you do it every quarter, please know you still gonna need a way to get people into those events. So if I host an event that is aimed to get me new customers, but I don't have a process for getting people to sign up, it's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. It is what it is, okay? Last but not least, we focused on building community. We focused on building community. You guys, in 2022, we announced, so we were gonna start calling our community cash leads, okay? That was a game changer because I think it just gave voice to what we all knew. Cash leads are service-based business owners, experts, who are building their businesses in a way that only they can. We are the professional athletes of entrepreneurship. We are not here to play novice or ride the bench. We are here to get in the game. So it's a play on this psychology of corporate athletes, which kind of excluded entrepreneurs, honestly. If you read the Harvard Business article, it doesn't talk a lot about entrepreneurship. But entrepreneurs are corporate athletes. We say that we are cash leads, right? And so that is our trademark name for our community. It has been incredible building community. How do we build community? Our free Facebook group, we started posting more in there. We did a 5-city tour this year that was incredible for building community. We are constantly recognizing and awarding and emailing the people who are on our email list to build community. We're putting out content for our community. We're encouraging people to join our group. All of that helps to build community. And so that has been the driving force of our business, because when we could not do a large ad spend, we're able to send emails to the people who are on our list to build our community. When we need the support of our community to volunteer or share a post, right, or anything like that, our community shows up. So having a community has been invaluable. I could do a whole nother video just on building community. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that, because that's something that I would be more than willing to do for our YouTube fam, for the Speak Your Way to Cash family. But let me know if this is helpful. So those are some of the things that we did to grow. And even with all of that, guys, it was still the grace of God, because honestly, I can run an ad, I can't control who it reaches. I can send emails, I can't control who sees them. And I can work really hard in this business, but I can't control if you all will receive it, if I have the clarity of communication that's needed to make sure that it not only reaches you, but lands on your hearts the way that it needs to. Overall, I'm just really grateful. Another thing we did to scale was I hired my husband. Big cheat code. So Chris has been incredible with the sales side of the business, the operating of the events, the managing the logistics. He's actually somewhere doing inventory right now for Black Women Sell Live. And so it's been really good. It's been a really fun ride. And even with good stuff going on, guys, entrepreneurship has its ups and its downs, and we really do work. So to every entrepreneur, whether you're celebrating an Inc. 5000 award or not, whether you're celebrating hiring a new team member or you just had to let someone go, whether you had the best revenue month of your life or your revenue has never seen lower days, I want you to know that I am proud of you for being an entrepreneur. I don't think people realize what we go through, but we will have like things happen with our family. Somebody will be in the hospital and we still doing a launch. We will have, something that we need to do with our kids, and we will keep going even with our baby on our hip. Like, we will have an argument with our spouse and still go and do a team meeting. Like, we are literally superheroes. It's one of the reasons why I'm so passionate about Black Women Sell Live, because it gives Black women entrepreneurs specifically 3 days to focus on us, to feel empowered, to feel enlightened, to feel free, to get motivation, to get strategy, and to get sisterhood, because we need each other. I would not be anywhere near where I am if I did not have a community of really good clients, number one, and really good friends, and an incredible team that was backing me up, because this isn't easy. And there are some days, you guys, even with all we've accomplished, like where I just cry, because I'm just like, this is so hard. Why am I doing this? Like, I had a job and the check just came. I didn't have to do anything. I would have been a millionaire in my day job. And then I have other days where I cry because I'm just like, this is the best thing ever. And that is the epitome of entrepreneurship. You have days where it's like, why am I here? And then you have days where it's like, I am so glad I'm here. And I think like just the ups and downs of this game is what makes us pros, right? It's like we can handle it all. And so pat yourself on the back, man. Like, go and have a toast, even if it's of water, with someone you love, and just know, like, I am so proud of you. I see you. I am praying for you. I am rooting for you. I am constantly putting out the content that we put out to hopefully make your journey even just a little bit easier, because it is hard some days, but it's also so rewarding every single day. And I never really have felt, since I've started this business, since I started this business full time, I have never put in an application at another job. After I left that $300,000 job, I never had to get another job. And that is just by the grace of God. In fact, I have been able to supply jobs. We've been able to award at least more than 10 five-figure contracts as a company, and I think 2 six-figure contracts to Black-owned companies. And I want that number to be 1,000. You know, I want to award 1,000 contracts. I want our average salary to be well over, I want it to be double the national average. I want, like, I have goals and dreams for Speaker Rated Cash. Like, I really want us to be the premier sales training company in the world for small businesses. And I want us to license our training across the United States. I want government entities like the SBA to come to us and be like, hey, can you develop our sales curriculum? I want Goldman Sachs and these other companies that do these accelerators to license their sales training from us. I see a larger vision for what we do. And above all else, that's the sales part, right? I really want, if we get our mission, I've been asking people about this, and I've been asking the question, like, if your company's mission is fulfilled, how does the world look different? And if Speaker Rated Cash's mission is fulfilled, the world looks different, because there won't be a single expert of color that takes a job where they are discriminated against, where their opportunities are burdened, because they will have the skill set to build their own organizations. If you love your job, I want you to stay there and climb that ladder as high as you want to climb it. But I sometimes felt like I had to go to my job, because who else is going to pay me this? And who's going to respect me enough to pay me this money? Who's, like, these companies, they like me because of the big name that I have behind me, not because of my own name. I never want anyone else to feel that. If our mission is fulfilled, women who run companies will have real confidence, like the soul level confidence. People won't have to worry about, like, oh, I can't pray at work, because you will create your own workspace. People won't have to worry about, like, oh, you know, my future isn't in my own hands. I don't know if I'll be able to send my kids to the best schools if I keep getting discriminated against at work. Like, you would be able to take your expertise, package it, and sustain yourself and your own community. And what that means is that when it comes to elections, if we want to write a check for $10 million, we will be able to do it. I can't wait till the day when a candidate runs and Speaker Rated Cash our community is really happy about the candidate. We look them up, we vet them, and we say, hey, our community of 20 million experts wants to know, what's your plan for Black businesses? And they give us the plan, and we say, okay, well, we have a group that wants to go to the White House, and we want to meet you and talk about this plan. And if we agree with the plan, then we're going to start a PAC. Like, I can't wait until we have real power. Like, the power to change systems requires economic power. And you can't have economic power if you don't first have the ability to provide for yourself. At a base level, we have to be able to be self-sufficient. You can't even say what you want to say if you're not self-sufficient. You can't even move how you want to move if you're not self-sufficient. You can't even stand for justice the way you want to stand for justice if you are not economically independent. So our vision of the world is a world where Black experts are respected, where all experts have the ability to take their expertise, package it, and sell it, and never feel stuck at a job that they hate because they have to provide for their families. Imagine a world where people are free. Like, imagine a world where people are free to make their own decisions because they are providing for themselves. Like, that's what happens if Speaker Rated Cash's mission comes to life, and that's the mission that lights me up and it keeps me going. And on the hardest days of this company, it's what keeps me waking up and doing it again. And on the best days of this company, it is what makes me excited that we're doing this work, is we are providing true thought leaders. We are allowing people to have real confidence, and we are showing people that their thoughts have real weight, okay? So if you are a expert, welcome to the Cash Elite family. Join the Free Speaker Rated Cash Facebook group. I'll make sure to put a link to, like, the Speaker Rated Cash book so you guys can get that, because we mentioned it. And then 2, if you are a woman in business, you need to be at Black Women Sell Live. We're going to show you a commercial for Black Women Sell Live that we created. I think you'll love it. It's really entertaining. So check it out and leave me a comment. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you again for everyone who's congratulated us about the Inc. 5000 list. Check out this commercial and I'll see y'all soon. Oh, man. Oh, God, I need your help. I had a dream last night about Black Women Sell Live, and honestly, I'm worried about it. I haven't launched tickets yet. I know that you want me to do this event, God, and I need you to bless it. Guide me on who should speak, what we should say. Please bless every single woman that comes, God. Allow her to have no fear in her walk, God, and honestly, just work on me, because even though I am really, really, really praying that women come in fearless and bold, God, I still have some doubt in me about if this is even what I should be doing right now. Please give me a sign that this is the event that I should be doing. Bless every woman's business that comes. Remove all fear and doubt from me as I move forward in marketing and promoting this event. Help the right women to come, Lord, and distract the wrong ones from buying tickets. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Hey girl, what you doing?
Girl, I just finished praying about Black Women Sell Live. I was up all night. I haven't even launched tickets yet. I have to be honest with you, I'm a little worried about it. I don't even know if I should do it. Events are so much work.
Girl, stop. You have to do it. This is like Essence Fest for Black women entrepreneurs. You need to do it. Every time my sales are rocking, you're my first call. How can you not do an event helping Black women sell more at a time like this? You're tripping. I'm three-weighing Tina in.
Hey, what's up?
Hey Tina, it's me and Ashley on the line. She's worried about Black Women Sell Live. She's late on launching tickets and tripping. Talk to her.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't say I won't do it. I was just in my feelings. And I don't want to do just another event. I don't want just speakers and lights and actions and motivational stories. I mean, I want something that's different, something that'll shake up the industry, and more importantly, that'll transform the lives of women that are coming. I need to reinvent how we do events.
So do that. Ditch having dozens of speakers and create an experience. We all know you're good at that anyways, and it gives us time to implement.
Wait. It's called Black Women Sell Live. What if we centered the entire event around Black women coming to the event, learning, and then taking action during the event? Like they actually sold their services live at the event. If we give them a task or a challenge to make a sales call, they do it at the event. If we teach them an email script, they send it out at the event. Literally an event full of Black women entrepreneurs actively selling their services in a weekend. It's already in the name.
Now you're talking, and you have people make sales at your events live all the time.
If we get 500 women in the room, we could change the entire world. Think about the impact of that. I've been thinking hard about this. There's only 3 things you need to quantum leap in your life and business: mindset reformation, strategic clarity, and accelerated execution. What if we totally flipped the format and made it so that at the event, we could help people to quantum leap, grow their lives and their businesses by doing work while we're in that environment. We're gonna talk about cold calling and warm calling and emailing and sales scripts and sales development and how your entire team should be selling, so our anti-sales team approach to making more sales. But on the breaks, we want people taking action. Imagine that. An event where people are actually selling live. I'm excited about this. This is the call I needed, because we're not gonna do a typical event. No one's life is gonna be the same.
Yes, that'll go crazy. You have to do it. And you mentioned 500. Okay, we're selling this out. We are flooding this event. We need this right now.
Yes, Operation 500 is underway. Let's get 500 Black women experts in the room so we can sell more services and change the world. Ash, you got this, and God got this.
Agreed. Operation 500 Black women experts. You're called to do this. Don't let anything or anyone stop you from doing what you're called to do. You have to do this. And your sisters will show up and show out. The world needs this event right now. I'm calling Sarah because she has to come.
Hey girl, how you doing?
Sarah, there's an event that's helping Black women entrepreneurs scale their businesses and sell more services. You have to come. It's called Black Women Sell Live.
Okay, that sounds
sounds good.
But wait, is it one of those events where everybody and their mama got this inspirational story to tell and blah, 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 and then we leave learning nothing?
No, in fact, we're having sales breaks at the event where she's giving us things to do to make sales. And there's a prize for the woman who makes the first sale during the event. I plan to be that person.
Okay, I'm down to learn. I'm down to actually take notes. I'm down to win a prize. Let's do this.
Yes, I'll see you there. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
I just told my friend about it and she's in. It'll be easy to fill this event because I'm telling everybody.
I love y'all. This is exactly why you need sisters who get it, who I can talk to about payroll and expenses and all the ups and downs that come with entrepreneurship. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh. Black Women Sell Live will be lit. I don't know what I was worried for. You guys are answered prayers. I cannot wait to see y'all there. If you're watching this and you're a Black woman entrepreneur looking to grow your business, you have to join me in Atlanta, Georgia at Black Women Sell Live. Not only will we be teaching you sales principles that'll help you grow your business, but we will also be helping you to actually implement those principles live at the event. So join me in Atlanta, Georgia at Black Women Sell Live. I'll see you there.
Yeah. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. Energy high, excuses low. I need energy, need only good people that's around.